Welcome back, riders. We're here at the Family Entertainment Center, Safariland, on the outskirts of Chicago, Villa Park, Illinois, home of the world famous, one of the best plus ones you can find anywhere, one of the most sought after, one of the best, Tiger Terror, the 2002 Wisdom Rides kiddie coaster. It's quite aggressive though, but unfortunately I'm not here for the best of reasons. Yesterday I was driving home, someone reached out to me and directed me to a Facebook post, and in that post some roller coaster enthusiasts stopped by here in September about 2 weeks ago or so, and management told them that Tiger Terror is on its way out. This is really under the radar. As far as I've seen, I've done some digging to see if Safariland has said anything official on their end, and I have not seen anything on the website or their Facebook. As of 2 weeks ago, on September 25th, 2024, today is October 9th, 2024. So 2 weeks ago, they posted on their Facebook that they still offer the roller coaster. They said, oh, stop by and do the arcade and rides, including the roller coaster. So if it's truly on its way out, not much official word right now. So I figured, hey, I need to ride this at least one more time. So I'm going to go. So it's after work, like I said, Wednesday, October 9th. Also in that Facebook post, in the comments, it appeared that Tiger Terror could close anytime in October. So there's no saying if Tiger Terror is actually going to be open or not. I emailed the park yesterday, immediately after I found out that it's closed, that I'm like, hey, I'm stopping by tomorrow. Is it going to be open? And I got no response. But the FEC itself is open somehow. It's a weekday. It's about 3:11 right now, so I understand why no one's here, but it looks really weird and I kind of feel awkward already. But let's head in, see if we can find out anything, and hopefully get our last ever rides on one of the best to ever do it, at least in terms of plus ones, Tiger Terror. All right, I've made it into the arcade, and just as I expected, judging off the parking lot, there's not a single soul in here, but I did confirm the roller coaster is open, and I went ahead, picked up a card for two rides on it. So yeah, let's get on this thing for the last time, potentially. I have some somewhat good news after I ride. There it is, tucked away in the corner of a random FEC, one of the best coasters, most unassuming best coasters around, just tucked away in the corner, away from everything else. All right, so with this ride, I did both the front and the back. If you're in the front, you come down this drop, that's okay. You hit that airtime hill right there. You get literal airtime, like at an FEC. It is fantastic. It's great. These restraints give you so much room. It's fantastic. You get laterals, the bottom of the drop here, of course, and then there's another turn even after the airtime hill. This turn right here, that one's pretty good on the laterals too. But if you ride this thing in the back, the airtime is not as strong, but the laterals on this drop and then the turn, I guess not the drop, but the turn after the drop, and then the turn I mentioned after the airtime hill, if you're in the back, these laterals are nuts. This thing is so unassuming. It's so small, at first glance, but it packs a punch. It is fantastic. So something else I wanted to talk about, something that's different. I've heard people ride it this year have said that these like white ceiling lights have been on. For when I rode this the past couple years, these are usually off, so it's a lot darker in here. I'm sure you could tell like in the POV and even just looking at it now in the off-ride video, they have synchronized music with the lights. It's really, really cool, but it is slightly worse with the lights on, and that has been something they've been doing this year for whatever reason, but it is what it is. It's still a really good ride. It also feels like the music was dumbed down a little bit. It's a little quieter, which is probably good for my, trying to avoid copyright. But on the ride, I don't feel like it was as loud as it was in years past. But overall, it's still a great experience. And then even beyond the lights and the music and stuff, there's some other, quote unquote theming. Like you have the zebra, there's trees, a bunch of ferns everywhere. The wall's painted, the ground is green. And then over here, you can't see this so much on ride, but they got this little water thing, and there's a skeleton right now because Halloween's 2-3 weeks away. And then I'm right under the sign right now. It looks cool, maybe a little faded, but it still looks cool. And then you got the tiger. Wow, look at this. This is seriously one of the best +1 stops out there. All right, so I've done my 2 rides. I've kind of talked about the ride and everything. I did briefly talk to, I don't know who I talked to. It was someone wearing a different color, so some kind of supervisor or something. It appears, he told me, they're looking at January right now. They say it keeps getting pushed back. It was supposed to be September, then it was supposed to be October. So as of right now, it's January. Potentially could be pushed back, and maybe it could be pushed up. I don't know. So the bottom line of this video, you get here as soon as possible. Like, don't even risk it. Obviously, it's a +1. You're not flying out of town just to get this credit, unless you really, really want it, because it is like famous and stuff. But if you're somewhat in the area, if you've been on the fence about, getting on this thing, if you're going to Six Flags Great America for, the next couple of weeks before the season ends, stop here and ride this. I guarantee you it is great. It's fantastic. And unfortunately, we don't have that much time left with it, so ride it while you can. So yeah, that's all I've got for this video. I'm glad we got a couple more months at least, hopefully, so maybe those weren't my last ever rides, but if they were, I'm happy I got out here today, made the detour from going home from work. Definitely worth it. So get out here and ride this as soon as possible. Thanks for checking out the video. Push down, pull up, exit to the right. Hope you enjoyed the video, and go have the greatest day yet. Choo-choo, bye. So some bonus content really quick. I just wanted to come out here really quickly and say they were really nice in there. Like I said, I was the only person in there, and the guy, when I was chatting him up, talking about like the ride and stuff, he purposely only charged me for 1 ride and gave me 2. He told me that, so I really appreciate that. And the ride operator for the ride was fantastic too. He ran an empty cycle so I could get some footage, and yeah, it was just a really nice experience. So this is a really cool place, so get out here, guys. All right, choo-choo, bye for real.